Welcome.
Woo!
I didn't do it this time.
Woo! I'm a woo guy. Woo!
Fuck off.
Nah, but a couple other people came up to me and are like, Chris isn't a woo guy. We've known him for 10 years. I've never heard him woo.
And that's why I quit doing it, because I suddenly realized no matter how much I want to be a woo guy, I'm just not a woo guy.
I don't even know any woo guys. The Wu-Tang Clan.
I know a bunch that when they drink, they're woo guys.
Oh, fucking drinkers.
159.
Goddamn losers.
Yeah, fuck them.
159. We are on episode 159. Next week, not to talk about next week before we even get started with this week, but next week's a big episode, so guys, tune in. It is our 2023 Celebrity Death Pool. We have 15 entries right now. You still have a few days to get your entry in if you'd like to. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Email us at shutupcincinnati@gmail.com. Get your entries in. Next week will be fun.
Or you can send it to me or Jason directly if you know us on Facebook, text, whatever.
Yeah, wherever.
Also, if you want to read yours on the show through a call-in, you can do that too.
Yeah,
you just have to let us know beforehand that you're going to do it.
And be available on a Thursday afternoon in between noon and 2.
Paul Paletti or Daddy White.
You giving away his name. He doesn't like to be
Daddy White.
Doesn't like to be blown up on the podcast.
The brand new owner of a bottle of Weller's. You get to pick your booze pretty much.
He also pointed out that he had 37 points, not the whatever I gave him.
You gave him 32 points.
Did I? Apparently he had 3 people die.
And you missed one.
Yeah, I guess I missed it. And he said Jerry Lee Lewis, Pele, and someone else.
Well, I had none.
I had one. You had
Meatloaf.
It's very disappointing as I'm getting these death pools in. I'm thinking I had a couple that no one else had, and then as they come in, I'm like, they got him. They got him.
This time, I think maybe I bet you I don't have three repeaters this time. Because I really try to go outside the box. Everybody's looking at the ones that are in the fucking news. You hear the names a lot. I kind of went outside the box a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to hear Charlie Sheen over and over again every year. There's a few of them every year you're going to hear their name.
And realistically, he should die.
Yeah, well, he has
Charlie
AIDS.
Sheen, he's got AIDS.
He's got the AIDS, man.
He doesn't have HIV. He's got AIDS.
He's got full AIDS. It's
and tiger's blood.
Well, I think that's why the AIDS isn't affecting him as much.
They say that he, in like that 10-year period, whatever, he fucked over 2,000 whores.
Yeah, dude, the guy was just blowing through crack cocaine and whores.
But why do you gotta fuck whores when you're Charlie Sheen? You fuck the wannabe models or wannabe actresses.
Because you're smoking crack. I mean, when you throw in the drugs, that takes out any kind of
and I guess he had
rational
so much
thought.
fucking money that hey, 1,000 for this whore, fuck it.
Don't matter to him. And I'm sure these weren't ugly whores.
Oh no, they were top of the line whores.
Yeah, I mean, there's good looking whores out there.
I wonder if Emilio Estevez fucks whores.
They're probably like
by blood.
They're probably just the exact opposite.
You think?
He's like super dedicated to his wife, doesn't do any kind of drugs, doesn't do anything,
Yeah.
Or Charlie's crazy. That's usually the way it works, right?
Yeah, there's always one.
You got the straight one and the fucked up one.
And the black sheep one. So, guys, get your entries in. It doesn't cost anything, and you'll win a free bottle of alcohol of your choice if you win. And plus, a lot of people are saying, oh, I can't do it, man. I can't wish death upon people. We don't want anybody to die. But if you do, you might as well die for me.
And also, we got only 2 spots. They might even be full by the time you fucking hear this podcast.
Did you give Shane one?
Yes. So I got 2 spots left in the Royal Rumble pool we're doing. So get your fucking name in on that too. Yeah. 2 spots.
And I'm just going to have to take your word for it, who I got, because I'm not going to watch the Royal Rumble. I'll be at work. I won't be watching it.
That's fine. I mean, who comes out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But you'll know your spot. Because El Gordo Guerrero is going to stop by and give everybody, tell them where they're at.
Right.
He's
and you're going to do that through a blind draw?
Yeah. I'm going to just get everybody's name in a hat and then go, number 1 is this, number 2 is this person, number 3
is this person. So by
logic,
I mean, because I know WWE is going to rig it and say, let's bring the big stars out last.
What do you mean rig it? The whole thing's rigged. Just wrestling.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is they're going to say the big stars are coming out last. Because the early ones are probably getting thrown over eventually.
That's not true. I mean,
because they're going to be beat up the whole fucking time.
The thing is if you're a WWE fan, you probably know going in who's probably going to win. But when they come in, that's different. Sometimes they'll have the winner come in first or second so they can make it look like and they'll want to do that if they're really trying to build up an underdog story. Maybe a littler guy will come in on second and stay in the whole fucking time and win and then go face a bigger champion. So now you got the great underdog that stayed in the whole time, still pulled it off.
Is that
Shit
one
like
guy,
that.
the old guy? There was an old guy that...
There's always a couple old guys in
there. Yeah, but this old guy I'm thinking of, he was real big in like the early 2000s, late 90s. He had a partner. They were a tag team match, and then he came back. And he's been wrestling again, I think, the last 5 or 6 years. And I'm wondering, long blonde hair, this fucking guy.
You're awful at giving descriptions.
Well, no, I mean, he's an older guy from like the early 2000s. He was like the tag team champions.
That's riveting. Let's talk about dicks.
All right, here's what we're going to do. I've got a bit.
Dicks. And I'm going to put it on Chris because I forgot to set it up. So I got to set it up while Chris.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. I have got the top 10
dicks.
Celebrity dicks, biggest and smallest. Okay? Now, the biggest, now I've checked 4 or 5 different websites. All these same names are coming up. Am I saying this guy's got a little dick or a big dick? No. But the little dicks are all butchered ex-wives or ex-girlfriends, or 2 that are verifying this guy's small package. So I didn't do it. But when you hear something from one person, you think, well, maybe they're full of shit. You hear it from 2 or 3, it's probably fucking, there's at least a shred of truth in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up 2 pictures. One of them is the big dick and one is the little dick. And what we're going to do is we're going to get Whoopi on the phone and see if she can guess which one has the big dick and which one has the little dick. I've got the top 10 of each. Plus, you might be surprised at a few of these. I was. It's amazing. You think, hey, that guy is fucking awesome, blah, blah, blah. He must have a huge cock. No, he doesn't.
Wrong.
Yeah, wrong. So,
Small cock.
10 big dicks, 10 little dicks. And all of the little dicks were reported by people that had fucked these guys. And not just one, but people that have seen the dicks. The big dicks were compiled by movies and pictures that came out. So we're getting Whoop on the phone.
We got technology out the ass here. Whoops.
Fuckers.
Whoops, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, I can hear everything's good.
What's up, Whoop?
All right, now you've kind of just explained the game to the audience. Now you're going to have to explain the game to Whoopi. I guess I should have brought her on first, but I'm not very good at this shit.
Whoopi, I have got the top 10 big celebrity dicks and the top 10 little celebrity dicks. What I'm going to do is...
Based on what?
Here's the big dicks. I just explained this. The big dicks are based on pictures that have come out, times when they showed their dick in movies, and also by women that have fucked them. The little dicks, the exact same way. It's all, the little dicks are women that have fucked these guys. A lot of ex-wives saying about it, a lot of ex-girlfriends, and sometimes multiple. So we're going with it. We're believing them. But I'm going to give you 2 dicks at a time, and you're going to tell me which guy you think has the big dick and which has the little dick, okay?
Okay.
All right, and then I'll give you a little rundown on it. All right, our first 2.
I hope I know who these fuckers are, because, I don't...
I think you'll know them all. You
so.
might be missing 1 or 2. Here's the first ones.
Yeah.
We got Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, and Colin Farrell. One of them's got a monster dick. One of them's got a little dick. I need you to tell me which one is which.
I've seen Harry Potter in movies now that he's, a grown-up man, and he's got something going on. So I'm going to say he's the big dick, and you said Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell.
Isn't he Irish?
He's Irish, yeah.
Well, based on all the Irishmen I know, Jason, I'm going to say he's the little.
Hey, man.
Okay, Whoopi is officially 0 for 1.
0 for 1. She don't know her dicks.
Colin Farrell made several movies and showed his dick. He even did a gay scene in Alexander, and apparently he's got a fucking hog, the 10th biggest
Dick
hog.
double.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Dick double.
Let me put a little bit into this, though, because like I said before, Colin Farrell has a sex tape. For anyone who wants to watch Colin Farrell fuck, it's out there. All right?
Oh.
It's with the black lady, pretty attractive woman. The film's not that good as far as the quality. You would think someone with the money that he has would have a little bit.
They do it with their phones.
Yeah, well, I guess it was a long time ago, so maybe the phone sucked at that time.
Yeah, he's not hiring
Either
a
way,
cameraman for
I
this.
remember seeing his dick and thinking it wasn't anything special. I mean, I ain't seen he had a small dick, but it was an average dick.
Yeah,
But
well,
go on.
it's the 10th on the list.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Daniel Radcliffe, apparently, a woman who slept with him reported how small it was, and a picture came out that someone took of him when he was in the shower. And both times, this little Harry Potter fucker blamed it on shrinkage. It's like fucking George Costanza.
I thought he did a full frontal scene in a stage play.
Well, then it was a fake dick because he's little.
I'm not buying it.
Well, you have no choice but to buy it.
Yeah, and those little skinny guys, usually they look a lot bigger even if they aren't because there's nothing holding it back.
Correct.
We'll have some experience there too.
All right, Whoopi's 0 for 1. Here's number 9.
All right.
Okay? We got Ashton Kutcher and Ewan McGregor. Another an English fellow against our American guy, Ashton Kutcher.
I'm really enjoying our technology we got right here. Chris actually went to Walgreens and printed these pictures out, and we're just holding them up for the camera. So,
well, I didn't want you to have to do the work of putting them all
and
on
I
there.
appreciate it. I'm going to sit back here and watch you talk about dicks.
Okay.
Are they dongs or just the men?
What?
No, not the dicks,
pictures.
just the pictures of their face. She wanted to know if you had pictures of their dicks.
So Ashton Kutcher, Ewan McGregor. Which one's got the dick and which one's got the pee-pee?
I mean, Ashton's tall and so confident and so good at everything, and he has that twin brother who is none of those things. So I'm thinking
True.
he got the dick as well.
Sure. Oh, yep.
And Ewan's name is Ewan, so he's the dink.
0 for 2 for the whoopster.
Man, Whoopi does not know her celebrity dicks.
Ashton Kutcher had 2 females that he slept with in the past who claimed he had a little dick, and when the paparazzi approached him with it, he said, size don't matter, it's how you use it. So
Looks like his brother got a little something after all.
That means you got the little dick.
Yeah, only a little dick
When
would
you
tell
say
you
it's
about
not
movement.
the magic in the fucking ocean, fuck you.
That's why I claim they have neither. I don't want any, you set the bar super low.
I mean, why do you think these hot women that he goes out with eventually end up leaving him? Brittany Murphy fucking died to get away from him.
Yeah.
And then Demi Moore fucking left him.
Good
All right,
point.
so you're 0 for 2.
He can't hold a candle to Bruce.
He got too old for Demi Moore.
Yeah, she needs a young boy thing.
All right, number 3, whoop.
Okay.
We've
Come
got Javier Bardem
Javier.
Yeah,
and Nick Lachey,
Now, wait a
local
minute.
boy.
Do you know who Javier Bardem is?
I do.
Really?
He's an actor. He was in
Yeah.
Big Country for Country for Old Men, No Country for Old Men. Good actor.
Is he the killer?
He did that ton of
Yes,
shit.
he was the killer.
Wow, he looks like that in real life?
Yeah.
He's so much more attractive there.
Yeah, and our local boy,
He's
Nick
ugly in certain
Lachey.
angles.
You need to put less your face, more their face. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I have been.
Hey, which one of these 3 has the giant dick?
I have been toe to toe with Nick Lachey, and he's about 5'2".
Oh, he's
Oh,
a
is he
short.
that short?
He's a shorty. He's a little guy.
What a loser.
Pictures make it look a little better, but he's not a tall fella. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna get it wrong because I'm overthinking it. But I think that Nick is the dink and Javier has the fire.
You are absolutely right, Whoopi. Whoopi is 1 for 3.
Hey, make sure when you're putting these up, you kind of mix them up for the viewers because
Yeah,
they're
that's
trying
what
to
I'm doing.
guess. Well, no, you're not because you've used the right one every single
Oh, I
time. It's
have?
been the big dick.
Okay, I'll mix them up.
So it's for me. It's I went
obviously.
I went for the foreigner. I just figure foreigners always have bigger dicks than
No,
Americans.
untrue.
So well, whatever. That's what I'm going with.
Okay, you're 1 for 3, Whoopi. According to sources, friends of Jessica Simpson, apparently they asked her on their wedding, after their wedding night, how everything was, and her exact words were, "Well, I wasn't so impressed." So even Jessica ratted him out. Little Dick for
bitch.
Nick. Little Nick. Let's
yeah,
call
what
him
a-
Little Dick Nick.
Little Dick Nick from Cincinnati.
Okay.
We got a few of those.
Next, Vincent Gallo and Eminem.
Oh, Vincent Gallo.
I don't know who that is.
Vincent
Hang on.
Gallo. He's a scary looking fella.
Yeah, actor.
He's an actor. He looks like he'd play every kind of serial killer ever.
He's the picture that doesn't look like Eminem.
Yeah, well, she can't see the
I
pictures.
I got my Google box over here. It's
Google
all right.
Vincent Gallo.
Wow, he looks like a serial killer. How
Yeah.
come he hasn't? Has he been Charles Manson already in a movie?
I think he plays a lot of killers.
He looks like he
Seems
play the
like-
Unabomber or some shit like that.
I don't know. Eminem, he's so confident.
Eminem has small dick energy, in my opinion,
He does
because
really.
he's
See, I was thinking,
he's so angry all the time, and he's always lashing out and everything else. Like that's small dick energy. Where that other guy looks crazy, and crazy people always have giant dicks.
Or maybe he's crazy because he has a little dick.
Yeah, maybe.
yeah,
That's
but where
if I had a
did
tiny
Eminem
dick,
get
I'd
all
be
that
mad.
confidence to come up on the 8 Mile? You know, he's
True.
breaking into black circles.
It's true.
He's living someone else's life.
But he's
I
lashing
think-
out because he has self doubt. You know what I mean? He's hiding that. He's trying to pretend like he's confident, but
All
if he
right.
was more confident, he'd be more laid back. I think.
I'm not doing great here, so I'm going to take that advice and say that the murderer has the big murder dick.
Big murder
And
dick.
Eminem has an Eminem-sized dick.
Yep.
You are absolutely correct.
Yeah,
2 for 4.
I tell you, I'm not a big believer in or whatever, like getting their culture or where they're from or anything as far as their dick size, but I do believe in big dick energy. And I believe Eminem just doesn't have it.
Well, Eminem's ex-wife
He tries.
not only said,
Well, come on, how reliable.
I realize that, but
He's made a career talking about killing her.
this is
Right?
what, yeah, but
Shitting on
this
her.
is what we're going with.
Okay, fair enough.
His ex-wife said not only is he not endowed at all, but if you're going to fuck Eminem, you better bring a blue pill because he don't get hard either.
Well, he's got drug problems.
Yeah.
No, but you could just tell by the other guy that he's got a fucking hog.
Yeah.
Look at those eyes. I mean, I don't know if you guys are looking at the picture I'm looking at,
Yeah.
but
So I guess in this case, the real Slim Shady won't stand up.
Oh, he's been working on that all week, fellas.
I just made that up off the cuff.
Yeah, right.
Number 6, you're 2 for 2, Whoop. You're halfway there.
oof.
Enrique Iglesias
Enrique! Only look at me from the right side.
and Robert De Niro.
Oh, Italian.
Oh.
Robert De Niro,
Who's in town right now.
is he?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's shooting a movie right now in Cincinnati.
Well, let's bring
Oh,
him
at
out.
the-
Everybody,
at
Robert De
Arnold?
Niro.
Hey.
He likes to be called Bob.
Bob, he does too. All right, so we
I
got
have
De
a
Niro.
friend who started doing like movie background shit, and he likes to tell this lie that he was once asked to be Bobby De Niro's butt double in one of these Cincinnati.
He stole that
movies.
from Friends because Joey was Al Pacino's butt double.
I absolutely do not believe it. This guy is a fucking liar.
I don't know who I hate more. This guy that's claimed to be the butt double, or
the
you,
guy who knows
you
Friends,
remembering the Friends episode to that detail.
I like Joey.
I like Friends, but I couldn't tell you one episode.
All right, Whoop.
It's because they're all the same.
Yeah.
Hot Spanish
okay.
guy,
You know what they
Enrique
are?
Iglesias.
They're perfect because there's no black people on them.
Yeah, Enrique switched teams on us, so I think
I
he's
didn't
got
say
the
that.
goods. And Bobby, he was raised in a time before plastics. You know,
Whoa,
like he's
rewind.
not-
Did you say Enrique switched teams?
didn't he?
He became a gay?
No,
No,
that
you're
was
thinking of Ricky Martin.
Ricky Martin.
And I don't think he was
Oh,
ever
oh.
on our team. I think he switched
Hmm.
teams before he was famous and then just told people.
Yeah,
I don't think there
Ricky
was any
Martin was
switching.
always on that
I don't
team.
really believe in switching teams. You are what you are. But either way,
I
unless you're a
think
woman, you're all lesbians.
Enrique
Very
is
good looking
the
guy.
hammer. I think he's the hammer, and I think Bobby is not.
All right, here's where I'm going to weigh in on this. Enrique, I obviously think he has a hammer. All those Spanish superstars, you just figure they have a hammer. He does have big dick energy, too. But Bob De Niro, he's been with black chicks pretty much his whole life.
I don't know about that.
But he's
His
short.
wife's black.
Yeah, he's been black chicks whole life. That's always been him, Bill Maher. There's a couple of them for whatever reason.
But
That's
he doesn't need a big dick because he's amazing and he's the man.
that's
so it
true.
doesn't really matter.
And De Niro is a little guy also, but I think they're both little guys.
I think that
all right,
Enrique
so you think
has enough big dick that he never had that mole removed for so many years because he didn't fucking care. He didn't need to.
True, that's a big dick mole.
I
I'm
got
going
big dick
Enrique
mole.
too. What's the answer?
Okay, you're both wrong. Enrique's got the
Whoa.
little dick.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, you can see De Niro's dick in the original uncut version of The Godfather. He was laying there in bed with his wife, and apparently this thing's laying to the side, almost fucking touching the bed. Enrique Iglesias was even quoted laughing about it.
Italians are known for their hogs too. So
Yeah. Enrique Iglesias quoted as saying, LOL, I guess my looks don't match because I have the smallest dick in the world.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
He just says it.
He said it. Yeah.
Good for Enrique. You know, I became an Enrique fan today. All right, move on.
Okay, number 5, we have Ben Affleck
Small dick energy.
and Daniel Craig 007.
Oh Jesus,
Yeah,
he's a hunk.
no,
I'm glad you got
hands
that
down.
shirtless picture of him. Who knew
007
Who knew he was so hot?
or Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck looks like he drinks a bourbon every night.
Ben Affleck, he's kind of tall, but
is
still,
tallish.
no.
Now he's bagged some hot ladies.
Daniel Craig is fucking 007, man.
True, but I mean, I'm thinking more. I mean, Affleck got J-Lo. There's no way J-Lo's not a size queen. No way. I'm going to Affleck.
No, I'm sticking to my guns.
All right.
I'm gonna be wrong, but I don't care.
Okay, your guns are wrong. Whoop. Daniel Craig has got the little dick. As a matter of fact, if you look at that movie Gone Girl, Ben Affleck did a scene where he was totally nude from the side, and that fucking baseball bat was hanging down halfway to his fucking knees.
Yeah, that's another guy that to me
Affleck's
has
got
big.
the cock.
He's got big dick energy. He's very confident in all of his interviews and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I said, he's went from hot chick to hot chick, and these are girls that have options. You know, it's not just regular hot chicks without money. It's girls with money, with maybe more money than him. So
And apparently some girl
I
who
gotta get
fucked
People magazine subscription or something. You girls know all the hot Hollywood gossip.
What do you mean? He's been dating J-Lo for forever.
Yeah, they broke up and he married
that.
Jennifer Gardner. They got back.
Yeah,
but apparently some girl that fucked Daniel Craig said, down below the waist, he is not James Bond.
007 indeed.
Oh,
Okay, number 4. Now, you guys
Really
probably
broken
aren't going to
illusion
know
for
one of
me.
them, and this one's going to
Or
be
like
really easy for you.
003. Oh!
This is probably the easiest one, but they're number 4 on the list. We've got
All right.
Omar Epps.
Oh, okay. Black man.
Yeah, and reality
Our
star
first black man.
John Gosling. Now, John Gosling was in that reality show where him and his wife had 8 kids, remember? It was John and Kate plus 8 or
Kate
whatever.
plus 8, yeah.
And then they got in trouble for like
Yeah,
tax
didn't he
evasion
get in
and whatever.
trouble?
Well, that, and he's dicking around
He was
constantly.
He's a
fucking around.
diddler.
Yeah, he's a diddler.
Oh, diddlers. Diddler.
he's a
dick.
diddler.
So this is number 4 on the list. Who's got
No.
the cock?
Omar Epps.
Whoop. That's
I
racist.
think so too, but that's only because I hate John Gosling and he's a diddler, so I want him to have no dick.
Okay, well, first of all, this one was way too easy. Hello, Asian. Little dick here.
Yeah,
Omar,
you did an Asian versus a black.
apparently,
that's-
well, yeah, but they were both not
Is he
on the list. Yeah, he's Asian.
he's Asian-ish.
Apparently,
Oh.
his ex-wife said his dick is tiny, tiny, tiny.
See, that surprises me because I didn't think someone with a tiny, tiny, tiny dick just pump out kids like that.
Your sperm doesn't have to be big.
I guess.
The
Okay.
sperm doesn't care. He's just virile.
Number 3 on the list. Shia LaBeouf
That guy's
Huge.
versus funny man Jason Segel or Segel, whatever his name is.
Oh, I already know the answer to this.
Do you?
Well, yeah,
Shia
I've
LaBeouf.
seen the movie. Yeah, no, it's Siegel. He's got a fucking hog. He's in that Finding Sarah Marshall movie. At the very beginning, he's doing a
Forgetting-
helicopter with it and shit. He has a fucking hog.
You're absolutely right.
He's tall, but
You're wrong, Whoopi. I
Shia's
heard you
got
say
the
Shia
energy.
LaBeouf.
I do
Shia
agree that
LaBeouf's got a
Shia
little
LaBeouf does
dick.
have big dick energy.
Shia LaBeouf was admitted that he is not particularly well endowed.
Well, he covers it up well.
You see, forgetting Sarah Marshall, and he's going, I got something for you, and that pendulum is
Nah,
going
dude,
back
that guy's
and
got a
forth.
hammer. Yeah, that's
Seagal's
he's
got
a,
the cock here.
He's got at least 8 inches there. It was swinging.
And that's number 3 on the
I'm
list.
not the wrong person for this game due to my historically terrible taste in men.
Out of all
I mean,
the...
I clearly cannot pick them.
Hey,
Okay,
to be
out of
fair,
the-
Whoop, the only reason you're on is because we couldn't find any other fucking women, no gays like us.
Hey, out
So-
of the 16 people we already named, how many would you give Blumpkins to?
Ben Affleck.
The murder guy,
The murder guy.
Shia LaBeouf.
I don't think you have a choice with the murder guy. I think that's just his thing.
Hey, whatever is good. I mean, look
Come in
at
the
those
bathroom
crazy
and
eyes.
I know,
me.
from talking to Jason, he knows the answers on these next 2, so he's going to stay quiet for these.
Okay.
Number 2, Liam Neeson.
I know my dicks.
Number 1, or the other way, Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Now, Jude Law he's been with hookers, he's been with escorts, he's been with fucking trashy girls. Liam Neeson has a particularly
Trashy girls love
unique
huge
set of
dogs.
skills.
It's true. Trashy girls do love huge dogs. Then Liam Neeson, though, I mean, he don't kill his daughter. That's all I'm saying.
Don't even kidnap her. You're
Don't-
fucking dead.
Don't fucking do his daughter.
Yeah, yep.
Whoop.
That's how I'm going.
Who?
What-
Who did you? This is Liam Neeson and who?
Jude Law.
Oh, Jude Law.
God, you're horrible at this.
Liam Neeson, apparently
I
Liam
am.
Neeson has a fucking
Liam Neeson.
hammer.
If you ever listened to our Howard Stern show back in the day, that was always a running joke, Liam Neeson's big cock. So, yeah, that's been a thing for a long time. He has a fucking hammer. Jude Law, I don't know much about. But by your description, where Whoopi went with, yeah, trashy girls love huge cocks, sure. You know, I think they all do.
They also love famous people and money.
Well,
And with
no,
no background info.
my thing
I
was,
don't.
if you have a huge cock and you're fucking famous like Jude Law, why are you going to trashy girls? You know what I mean? That's my thing. He's great going to trashy girls.
Why did
'cause he don't
Tiger
have much
Woods
love.
fuck Denny's waitresses?
Because Tiger Woods.
Yeah, dinner's cheaper at Applebee's than it is at
Tiger
some
Woods is
LA
cool.
sushi joint.
All right,
last one.
And
We've
this
got-
is also the biggest dick in Hollywood.
And the littlest dick in
according,
Hollywood.
according to Chris's
Now, there's
big
probably,
research.
there's probably a bigger or smaller dick,
His
but these are the
research.
famous people.
yeah.
We got Michael Fassbender.
Just go to like the Brooklyn Nets.
Michael
all right?
Fassbender and the man, Brad Pitt.
I don't know who Michael Fassbender is.
Me either. Is he a director or something?
No, he's an actor.
What's he in?
He's an English actor. Look him up on the Google box, Whoop.
All right, Michael. This kind of ruins it for everybody because no one knows who the fuck this is. It's a shame he either has a small or huge dick. I got a feeling I'm gonna shut up, so I kind of know this answer already.
I'm gonna, I was wrong before about the Irishman, so I'm gonna say Michael Fassbender is the winner here.
Is Michael Fassbender Irish or is he English? Are you Googling him?
Irish actor.
Irish actor.
What shows has he been in? So everybody will know.
Who is this guy?
Oh fuck, I don't know. Let's see. It's slow.
He was in Forrest Hump 3.
Shame, X-Men First Class, Prometheus. See, he's doing all shitty movies. Macbeth,
I ain't watching
Jane
those.
Eyre.
Okay, as much as it's going to break somebody's heart, that's your little dick right there, Brad Pitt.
I'm putting an argument for here.
Michael Fassbender.
Right.
Michael Fassbender apparently is going to make you walk funny for a couple of days. The women that have
That's why he doesn't have to do good movies.
in one of his movies, he was totally naked, and apparently this thing was throwing his balance off when he ran. It was one of those fucking things. Brad Pitt.
He wasn't Forrest Hump.
Brad Pitt.
My question is to Chris, how much extensive research have you done on this little project?
He's a
Not
big
extensive
researcher.
research, but
He's a big
I've
researcher.
checked 4 different websites to see if
Go
these
right
names.
into the dick.
He's like a doctor of dick, though. You
I
got to
am.
remember that. This
But
is his specialty.
I didn't check just one website and went with what they
Dr.
said. I wanted to see if the names matched on all the different posts that were out there, and pretty much the names did. There was 1 or 2 other ones. But according to Juliette Lewis, who used to date Brad Pitt, she went like this with her hands and said, "No, he's no big deal down there." Apparently,
to be fair, Juliette Lewis is a cunt.
Yep.
Everybody knows that. There's pictures of Brad Dick's dick on the internet. He's got caught by paparazzi a few times.
Oh, really?
He has an average dick.
According to apparently, when they were filming the Ocean's 11 movies, all those, at some point, George Clooney saw his dick. Okay, and apparently, as a joke, George Clooney put a sticker on the side of his car that said "small penis on board." Okay, when your friends fuck with you, they're gonna fuck with you too.
George Clooney's a good jokester.
Small penis on board.
I've seen his dick, like I said, and the thing is, I think the expectations with Brad Pitt. It's Brad fucking Pitt. Everybody just assumes he's got a hammer. And
I would.
Yeah, exactly. And he's been with some pretty famous ladies himself. Married Angelina. You wouldn't think Angelina Jolie, who
Jennifer
everyone
Aniston.
knows is a freak, would settle down with someone with like a micro penis. So I think he's fine.
I thought it was a step down from Billy Bob, to be honest.
Billy Bob's fucking weird. He's weird like her.
Yeah, but
they were a perfect
Billy
match.
Bob probably is fucking hung like a horse. I bet you Billy Bob
wasn't
has
on
a
any of
hammer.
the lists.
That don't mean anything. Neither was
On all 5 websites I checked, Billy Bob was nowhere in the discussion.
like Desmond Howard, but I guarantee it things like 16
I think these are
long.
all like actors.
You notice they were almost all white guys.
I didn't go athletes.
I don't believe this list as far as perfectness, but I do believe the part where you said one's bigger than the other. I do agree out of those 2 guys, if we're just picking big dick, I'm sure your information was good enough for that part.
Yeah.
So we're sticking with it, goddammit. That's all we're saying.
you were awful at this, Whoopi.
Yeah, this isn't your strong point.
Whoopi, the last one. Here's the bonus question.
Do you guys want to talk about the chickens?
No, fuck the chickens.
Here's the bonus question, all right?
That's what I got.
I'm angry at chickens.
Chris Tees and Hat Mudson.
She don't know who Hat Mudson is.
Huh?
Nothing.
Plus,
Whoopi, you failed miserably. I think you got 4 right.
Yeah.
You are not an expert on the
She
subject
can't pick
of
them.
dick.
Like she said, though, she's bad at picking dudes. So she's also bad at picking which
And
ones
I
are going to have
don't sit
giant
around
dicks.
watching fucking sex tapes either. You guys have seen all these people's sex tapes. What kind of free time y'all got? I got a lot of free time. I'm still not watching
You
sex
work
tapes.
from home. You live free time.
To be fair, I had only seen one of those people's sex tapes. I seen Colin Farrell's sex tape.
Now, if these
It's more
guys are
than
the
I.
top 10 on the list, Tommy Lee's got to be 11 because he's got a giant
What
cock.
I mean, like Tommy Lee's not on those lists. The
Well,
lists are weird, but whatever.
Tommy Lee
But these
kissed
are
me,
all-
so
these
I
are
don't
all
know.
actors.
I guess I'm on his side.
These are
Tommy
all
Lee
actors.
kissed you. You got hepatitis.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, every person
Tommy
on
Lee
that
bought
list was an
me
actor.
mozzarella sticks from Papadino's and kissed me on my cheek.
And then you got hepatitis and lost your gallbladder. Now no one's ever going to marry you. All right, Whoop, we got to get out of here.
I know.
Until next time, stay black.
Oh, I gotta get back to
Shut
work.
up. All right.
See, why wouldn't you want to call into the show? We'll insult you at the end, and then we'll fucking hang up on you. God, I wonder why nobody wants to call in.
That's just Whoopi. She's one of my best friends. I can treat her like that. I won't treat you
Whoopi
like that.
is not a fucking dickspert.
Yeah, for someone that I know has been around plenty of dicks, big dicks, small dicks, whatever dicks. She sure can't pick them.
And for those of you new to the show, in case you didn't know, Whoopi did give a blumpkin.
She sure did. All right. Do you have an asshole?
I have a fuck you. I haven't run across an asshole this week.
I got an asshole. We'll have a conversation about it. All right. I love that section there.
I do too.
Anyhow, yes, we got an asshole, as in I got an asshole this week. And my asshole of the week is more than one people. There's two people in this. They're my assholes of the week. Now, these fellas, they decided out in Bakersfield, California, that their racist ass was going to burn down an immigration station. All right, an immigration center. Let's see how this turned out. This is actually quite funny. For those of you that watch the YouTubes, you'll get to see this.
Now, were there immigrants inside, like locked up and stuff?
I don't know the details. I don't think so. I think this is a place you go to get help or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They help pay for your green card and get you.
I get it.
Get you everything done. Let's watch what happens. For the people at home, there is two guys. Well, just one guy right now, walking around putting gas all over the immigration center. Both of them messed up. Neither of them really look white, to be fair. I don't know what they are.
They're white.
You think they're white?
They're both on fire.
These dumb fucks. All right. Put gas all over this immigration center. They go to light it on fire, and they were so careless, as you've seen, because you can see the video of them spraying the gas around.
And they're just swinging it around.
They're so careless. They're swinging it all over the place. It's obviously splashing them. Then this dude, instead of taking a light and throwing it on the gas, he just bends down while he's standing in it to light it on fire. As soon as he does that, the whole fucking thing goes up in flames, including both of them.
God, that is so fucking
And the best
funny.
part about it is these dildos, as they were on fire, rolling around on the ground, one of them dropped their wallet, left it at the scene of the crime, and they were busted the next day. So they're both in fucking jail. So that'll teach you.
And they're going to get years for a government building, arson.
I don't know if it's a government building or not, but either way, it's arson.
Okay,
it's very plain. I don't know if there's anyone in it. If there's anyone in it.
If it was one of those safe type houses, it probably was.
Yeah, if there's anyone in it, now you can get attempted murder, everything else. And it looks like they got quite a few first, second degree burns as they're both on fire as they fucking run away.
And they hauled ass. Those guys were fucking going 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, so that's my asshole of the week.
Well, that's a great pair of assholes.
Those are assholes.
Doesn't that just prove the point that when you're somebody who's that fucking racist, you're pretty fucking stupid,
You're an idiot. How could you hate anything that much?
Yeah.
You're going to take your time and go burn down an immigration center.
You know what? I'll go out on a limb and say I hope you both suffered like third degree. I hope you're laying there fucking getting grafted, feeling some pain.
I don't know. The fire looked like it. They probably didn't get them that bad. But either way, it was the fact that they got caught because of it made my day.
Guy left his fucking wallet.
It was either his phone or his wallet. But either way, they left something that identified them and they were busted.
So racism kills, folks.
Yeah, don't do it, man. If you smoke, you might get punched. If you are racist, you might get caught on fire. It's just not a good thing, guys.
But I mean, these guys were taking the gas cans and they were doing this number with them. They didn't give the guy threw it at the phone.
That was the worst arsonist I've ever seen in my life. Be careful, man. Fire hurts. I don't know if you know this, but
there's
fire
nothing
burns.
That hurts worse. Nothing hurts worse than fire.
And it hurts for a while. That's not a pain that just goes away.
About a month ago, I unscrewed a light bulb and it was still fucking hot and burned my finger. Hurt for like 4 days. A fucking light bulb. What does it feel like they get caught on fire?
I couldn't imagine. I know some people that have been on fire. They didn't enjoy it. They just
cooking meth or cooking crack or something like that.
No, I don't know anybody that. I mean, someone that got caught on fire cooking some shit in the kitchen. Yeah. She didn't enjoy that shit. I got another friend, my buddy Chris, who I burned that cross into. He also caught himself on fire once in the middle of the street. It was funny, haha, but it wasn't the next day when he was missing all the skin on his fucking torso. It was.
See, to me, that just kind of made my day. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You caught yourself on fire.
Yeah, fuck that.
God, episode 159. And apparently, I had talked to some people recently that had just became listeners. I encourage you, if you just became a listener, start at the beginning and work your way here. It's not that anything is sequential or anything, but you can just see from the beginning to now.
We got running storylines.
Yeah.
There's running storylines with people, are making fun of people. There's some contests going on back in the day. There's different shit that you need to catch up on fully to fully enjoy every stupid word we say.
And I do want to bring back some of the bits that we haven't done in forever, like I wouldn't mind doing some kind of eating challenge again like we did with the wings. I like the wing shows.
Those are fun. I don't know how fun they are to watch, but they're fun for us to just hang out and eat.
People laughed at me for a month when I...
That is true. It is.
You know what I mean? It was a topic for a month. God, you pussy, and you can't handle...
We never got an electric...
I rubbed my eye with that sauce. I don't know if you remember.
No, I do remember.
I literally, it was so blurry and burning. I couldn't see for like a good hour.
No, I laughed pretty hard at that.
Yeah, everybody did.
We also need to get people electrocuted again. We did it to you. We did it to Sam. We talked about doing it.
You still got the unit, right?
Yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah. That'd be fun to do again. I don't know why we're...
You know what we ought to do?
Problem is getting guests.
Here's what we should do. We want a guy or girl that's got a lot of balls. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hook you up to this TENS unit.
All right.
And we're going to ask you some personal questions. It's called a human lie detector. If Jason or I think you're lying, we're going to zap you. If we both think you're telling the truth, we'll leave you alone. But if we think for a second that you're lying... We're going to fucking heat you up.
I'm very cynical and not very trusting of people.
Yeah, but no.
So I don't know if I'm going to be the best option for this. I always think people are lying to me.
Yeah, but these will be questions like, if it was a girl, have you ever taken it in the ass? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't believe you, whore.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We need to bring out stuff like the TENS unit again.
I heard that fart. You've definitely had a couple in there.
I didn't hear that fart. You've had a couple
That was a flopper. I heard that. That had some elasticity to it.
Tomorrow is Brazilian 2.
What's that mean?
I'm getting my second Brazilian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Local Brazilian.
Yeah, I'm getting a
local. Is this the same person you went to before?
The person.
No. Person you went to before is in Vegas.
In Vegas. I'm getting my second one here. This is in Miami town. It's just like the other place. It's a waxing place that happens to do men Brazilian.
Okay.
But $70. I'll be getting it done tomorrow. I told you, I'll do it for the rest of my life. I fucking love it. I love the feeling.
No, I
don't like the bleeding and the burning during or the pain, but I will sneak the phone in and I will hit audio record.
Yeah, please do. We won't listen to it next week because it's a death show, but after that.
We'll hear me getting a Brazilian. Now, I'm telling you, when Matt was talking about my last Brazilian and I was screaming and stuff, I'm not a pussy.
I don't believe it.
It hurt.
I know, but you're not.
I'll let you punch me in the face right now. I won't make a peep.
I don't believe that. For one thing,
it's different. That kind of pain is different. I can handle pain I've experienced before.
You were kind of a pussy when you got that tattoo, and then you were kind of a pussy when you got the hair thing. So that just makes me think that you're not very good with pain. Or at least
I'm okay with pain.
At least you like to act it out. You like to be dramatic about it, maybe. I mean,
but that's what I want people to know. I've never had the skin and hair ripped out of my balls, asshole, and taint. It's a different thing. If you did it on my back or my chest, I wouldn't scream like that. You're talking my dick and balls and asshole.
So you're saying it was maybe more out of fear than it was actual pain.
There was certain parts during the Brazilian that were real painful.
Yeah.
Some that weren't as bad, but there was some that were just like, when you hurt yourself, you hit your foot or your toe or something on that, it hurts so bad you almost have to stay silent for a second. You go... That's the kind of pain it is. And when I saw that my cornhole was fucking pouring blood, add a little fear to that. But the whole point is...
Did it scab up?
No.
No.
Fuck no. 2 days later, eat off it.
I just couldn't say a butthole scab would just not be a good time.
No, 2 days later, I'm telling you, Brazilian forever.
No one's eating off of it, dude.
Wax butthole for life.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
But yeah, so I'll fill you in with those details. We'll do it after the death show, but I'll take you with me to the Brazilian clinic.
Oh, shit. Bengals, we're getting deep into the playoffs now. You're nervous about Buffalo. Everybody's nervous, I guess. I don't give a shit.
I'm just nervous about our missing linemen. That's what I'm nervous about.
I'm happy we won a playoff game. If we lost that first one, I'd be upset. I don't know, man. Just being a lifetime Bengals fan, I feel like I'm constantly playing on house money anymore. It's like, we're in the playoffs? Fuck yeah.
Huge.
We won a playoff game? Fuck yeah. Anything after that's just icing on the cake. But I do want a championship in Burrow's time.
Well, I agree with you to the icing on the cake point. It's cool to win it, and then if we lose, we could always blame it on the lineman being gone. But I have to say that when we were at Rob's last year watching the Bengals play in the Super Bowl, I was really in a different place. I had never been excited for a football game like I was then.
Yeah.
And I can see what you're saying. Well, hey, we won a playoff game. Great. We're going to be better next year. But seeing them walk onto the field in the Super Bowl just put me in a different plane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I was fucking
so
floating
exciting.
on it. Yeah,
I love it. I'd love to do it again.
And I want that feeling again.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you're chasing. That's what you're always chasing as a sports
And
fan.
when they lost, it was such a huge fucking fall. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, but I mean, what a great feeling that was. For 4 hours, I was sitting there going, fuck, we're getting ready to play in the Super Bowl. And every time we scored or something, I was floating. It was just fucking huge for a sports fan.
I
to
didn't
see your
enjoy
team
it
in
as
the
much
big
because
game.
every time we scored or something, fucking Joe would come over and squeeze my tits really hard.
Joe Harrington?
Yeah, it was really he bullied me. He bullied me that day.
Joe bullying's not good anymore.
No, dude, he bullied me. He kept on grabbing my oversized tits, and I didn't like it.
And excitement, though.
And I wasn't excited.
What would you
I
have
was
done
in
if
pain.
he grabbed you? Was he tweaking the nipples, too?
No, just
Just like grabbing
squeezing
a
really
handful?
hard, dude. Like hard. Like that's not how you treat a titty. No wonder you're divorced. All right, you didn't know how to treat a titty. All right, you're fucking rough there.
Girl pulls out her tits and Joe goes,
Yeah, dude, he's fucking.
Let's squeeze your fucking tits
Like
off.
he's trying to fucking pop a balloon. Just calm down.
Yeah, I am very excited. I am nervous about the linemen being gone. 3 offensive starting linemen are gone.
Mm-hmm.
And our backups have never been our strength. Our backup
Nah, we're
linemen-
fucked, man. We gotta hope that Burrow pulls a miracle out of his ass and the defense just plays their asses off for the next few games. Because
But the one thing...
we're missing too many linemen to really be a legit contender right now, in my opinion. So that's why we're
3 out of
kind of on
5
house
gone.
money. And we were lucky all year to keep them healthy, and then by the time they gelled, maybe in like the 6th, 7th week or whatever, we had a good offensive line there for a little while.
we did.
And now it's back down the shit again. We'll see what happens. Whitworth
Both
already said he's
tackles
not
gone.
coming out of retirement. He's done. He said his legs are too goddamn skinny anymore.
They were too skinny, but
I know, I thought
here.
that was funny too, but that was his excuse. He's like, these skinny ass legs just can't.
But they
take
did
it
ask
anymore."
him.
I don't know if they asked him, but he's got asked by
Yeah,
fans
but-
a million
but
times.
They couldn't sign him now anyway.
He's still property of LA, I'm pretty sure. He's still under contract.
But the whole point is, in the playoffs, can you just go
you
out
can
and
just
pick
go
people
sign
up?
someone, yeah.
You
If
can?
they're complete free agents, but I don't think he's a free agent. I think he's, like I said, he's still technically signed by LA, so you would have to do a trade, and I don't think you could do that at this point.
Well, what I'm hoping for at this point is that Zach Taylor's
I could be
like,
wrong.
okay, we've got to change our playbook for this week. Joe's got to get rid of the ball really
problem
really
is they
fast.
can't fucking run the ball. I mean, that's where they're really missing out. The pass protections, whatever, they gave up 4 sacks against the Baltimore Ravens, but the Ravens got a really good defense. So
They do.
that is what it is. They give up 4 sacks with 3 linemen out. That's not the end of the world, but they can't run the ball. So they're becoming super predictable. They're getting 2.3 yards per carry, I think, out of Mixon and Pirine. And, I think that's more on the line than it probably is on them. You've seen when they were gelling how well we were running there for a little while.
Right.
But ever since Collins got hurt, we've just not been running the ball just as well as we used to. So,
And now Jonah Williams is out.
Ugh.
You're talking tackles, so every run's got to be up the
and
middle.
Jonah Williams isn't that great, but the drop-off stills, they're pretty strong. I mean, Jackson Cartman sucks.
Yeah.
He probably shouldn't be on a team. The guy's
Right.
just not, it's not going to work out.
The one thing I could say is Buffalo doesn't have the top secondary in the league. They can be passed on.
Buffalo's really good, but they got a lot of injuries that went on the defense. So
That's what I'm talking
they're,
about. There's holes there, is what I'm saying.
There is.
If Zach Taylor can find where those holes are and watch enough film and say, okay, we're going to have to go here with passes, we're going to have to dump off, we're going to do short. Joe, you got a second less than you had last week to get rid of this fucking ball.
Well, he's
I see-
already the second fastest quarterback to get rid of the ball in the league.
Yeah.
Only Brady was faster this
But now
year.
he's got to be faster.
But now he's
And
now it's
everything's
even
got
quicker.
to be out of the shotgun. Everything. He's got to get rid of that fucking ball fast.
Yeah. Or these guys just blocked their dicks off for
Yeah.
fucking 4 games straight.
But what we can hope for, and this is a thing that it keeps me excited, is that our defense has really stepped up in the last fucking 4 months. And I'm telling you, if we can just keep stopping Josh Allen and stopping Josh Allen.
turns the ball over.
I know.
And our defense, and especially in playoff time last year and the end of this year, we're decent at turning the ball over. So hopefully that works out
and
in
our
our
defense
favor.
is completely healthy.
Yeah, hopefully that works out in our favor. We can get a couple turnovers from Buffalo. Our offense can keep up, and
If we can get turnovers on the right side of the field where we can get a couple field goals out of it, and maybe
the problem is you beat them, and now you're facing probably Kansas City, who is another team. Their defense isn't the greatest, but their offense is even better than Buffalo's.
yeah,
and
Mahomes is a
and their
anomaly.
defense, their strong point is their defensive line, like Chris Jones, and he's going to tear that line up, So You do have that, and then if you beat them, you're going to the Super Bowl. And the chances are you're probably either going to play San Francisco or Philly, who both got a ridiculous defense, or Dallas. I doubt Dallas makes it there, but
my guess is you play San Fran.
My guess is San Fran too, and San Fran has the best defense in the league,
without a doubt.
So But that's no different than what we were in last year when LA actually had the best defense in the league.
Yeah, but the scariest thing about San Fran is they also have an incredible offense. They're loaded. San Francisco's loaded top to bottom, with the exception of Brock Purdy.
Yeah, your only chance right now is Brock Purdy to play like the last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Rookie last pick in the draft.
But he hasn't played
But he hasn't yet. And
he hasn't lost a game.
No, well, they're fucking... Shanahan is a genius at drawing up plays for these guys and putting that guy in position where he doesn't have to do too much.
No, but he's completing passes.
But he's doing well. Yeah, I mean, you still got to do it. And, they ran that same offense with Jimmy G. They ran that same offense with Trey Lance. They ran that same offense with, didn't they have someone else there starting there for a little bit? Either way, they've ran that same offense with a few different people, and none of them have done it as well as Brock Purdy.
Right.
I mean, this dude might end up being something.
And then you got fucking Debo, you got the fucking...
He's surrounded.
Yeah.
You got McCaffrey, you got Debo, you got, what's his name, Ayuk or whatever the fuck.
Ayuk.
Yeah, Ayuk. You got Kittle. I mean, that offense is
and then you got a defense
loaded.
that doesn't give up anything. The only thing about it is San Fran's one of those teams that can lay down. I mean, they went 34-34 with Seattle. They gave up 34 points to Seattle. Mm-hmm. And then I think they ended up winning the game in OT or something. But the whole
Seattle don't suck.
No, Seattle don't suck, but Bengals are better than Seattle.
For sure.
And if Seattle can do it, then we can do it. The whole point is, I think personally, and I've said this from day one, and sorry, Brandon, the Eagles, to me, are a little bit of hype.
Fuck Brandon. He's not allowed having two teams.
They're a good team, but they're not as good as their record. I don't think they are. You're actually sitting here saying that, hey, the Eagles are going to win, blah, 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 led by Jalen Hurts. He's had a good year. He had a shit year last year.
I think, he didn't have receivers last year.
Yeah, he's got A.J. Brown, and I know that's gigantic.
That's huge.
But I'm saying they're not as good as their record.
And Smith has played a lot better than he has in the past, his first couple years.
And Miles Sanders has actually carried the ball fairly well.
Well, it's because they were two-dimensional. Before, Philly wasn't, so you could, zone in on him. And
Miles Sanders, Philly's not that good.
No, I don't think they're better than San Francisco.
An 11-5, 10-6 team at best.
They're a good team. I think they're the second best team in the NFC. But
behind the Niners.
But the Niners are probably the best. And
although, the one other thing I will say, fucking Zach looked like all-world last week. He played great.
Dak.
Yeah.
Dak.
What did I say, Zach?
Yeah, you did say Zach. Dak looked the best quarterback I've ever seen him look. I mean, that was the best game I've ever seen out of Dak. Now, I don't watch a lot of their games.
I think that was the best game of his life.
I think he's had a couple games like that, and I think that's why Dallas buys into him so hard, or at least Jerry Jones and all them do. But I don't see it. But that's the problem with Dak, is he had that game. I don't think he has that game again. And I definitely don't think he does that game 3 times in a row.
No, I don't. I
think we get a Dak game where he turns the ball over 3 times and looks like a fucking idiot. So I don't see that lasting.
And he's playing the Niners.
I don't see Dallas making it to the Super Bowl. I just don't. Their defense is incredible. Micah Parsons might be the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
But Dak. I can't see him being consistent enough to win a Super Bowl.
And I see them definitely losing to the Niners. I see the Eagles running all over the fucking Giants.
And they give Zeke the ball too goddamn much.
Pollard's better than Zeke.
He's much better. I understand giving Zeke the ball if you're inside the 5-yard line and you're just wanting to pound it down the middle or something like that. Cool, give Zeke the ball. You need a half yard, 4th and 1, something like. Okay, Zeke, fine. But any other situation, why the fuck is Pollard not getting more carries?
Jerry Brown's sitting up there fucking going, I'm paying this motherfucker.
I don't know who Jerry Brown is, but Jerry Jones and his...
God, why am I getting the names wrong?
I don't know. I think you're hot.
I said, well, it's my day off.
Hey, man.
Jerry Jones is sitting up there going, I'm paying this guy $1 gazillion. I'm going to fucking get my money.
Jerry Jones falls in love with his players.
He does. He's in love with Dak.
He'll sign certain people, and he's a loyal motherfucker. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the same with him and Zeke anymore. Zeke went through a fuck you. I'm not playing. I'm not practicing unless you cough up the fucking money. Zeke was a big holdout.
But he did cough up the money.
He did cough up the money because I think he looked at it as, this is a business decision. I have to, but fuck you for doing this.
Well, I don't know. He's still playing all the fucking time. He's still getting more time than anybody else.
Regardless, Tony Pollard's a better player.
Regardless who the coach is, too. They went through a few coaches, and they're still playing Zeke more than Pollard.
Yeah, I don't
All
like
right,
Jerry Jones.
Let's get out of football, but I do want to stay in the sports. Now, this isn't really a sport, though, but I want your opinion on it. Did you know the new Smack League started last night? Dana White's Slap League.
Oh, the slapping
Yeah,
in the
we're
face league?
just slapping. How much have you watched or seen about it?
I've seen a lot of those slapping videos. I watched a funny one the other day. It was midget slapping.
Oh, my God.
They slapped each other. Yeah.
They got midget slapping. So
Yeah.
is this something that you would watch? I mean, is a Slap League something you'd be interested in?
I'd watch it for about 5 minutes.
I love that dude. Here we go. Here's some slapping. Oh, Jesus Christ! Now they do smack the fuck out of each other. Look at that guy's face. It is completely.
He's got something stuffed in there.
No, that's swollen. This was a real popular one. This guy ended up winning the whole thing.
The little guy?
The little guy ended up winning the whole competition. It was a big tournament, but his face was completely swollen, bleeding in certain areas, completely purple. Dude just keeps on fucking going. I
wonder what the rules are. I mean, obviously open hand, but I mean, how much can you move your body? Do you have to have one hand on the table or something?
They put cotton in their ears.
Yeah, break your eardrum thing. Hit you in the fucking ear.
They use a lot of powder. I don't know what that's for exactly.
So it doesn't slip off. So your hand doesn't slide off.
Oh my God.
But I've seen a lot of these where these guys get hit and they go straight fucking down, man.
We have all sorts of issues nowadays with the NFL and concussions and all that stuff. I mean, isn't this just a competition who could
that guy moved?
Who can concuss that guy the first? That's why he's mad. The referee's going to the refs. Is this licensed?
Look at his face. And this guy won?
Yeah, he won the whole competition. Now, this isn't Dana White's Slap League. This is just slap shit. I didn't find that. I guess his league started last night.
But what do you just keep doing it until someone says, I'm done?
I think so. Or they're knocked out. A lot of them get knocked out.
I mean, this guy flinched his head. That's why the big guy was mad.
Oof. Look at his face. How come you only slap one side, too? They don't switch?
Well, you can't.
Oh, yeah, you won't have. Well, what if they have a left-handed slapper?
Well, then that side of your face is going to get swollen.
I don't know how they don't flinch.
Oh, the cotton came out of his ears and everything.
He slopped the cotton out of his ears.
I'd probably watch the matches that were talked about a lot.
Yeah, I kind of want to tune in just to see what it is. It is also funny that Dana White started this league. And
anything for money.
And
greedy fuck.
Right before he started the league, though, he got in trouble for smacking his wife. It was caught on TMZ and everything else. At
a party or something like that.
So it's just great to me that he's starting a slap league. And this motherfucker will do anything for promotion. Because he's out there just smacking his wife.
Hey, who was that one? They were talking about a story the other day. You've always been a big UFC guy. Who was the guy that got banned forever? He hit Josh Koscheck after the fight. Cheap shot at him after the fight when it was over, and Dana White said, fuck this guy, he's out forever. Tony something. They were talking about him and how basically after Dana White said, you're never coming back here again, he tried a bunch of the other leagues or whatever, and his whole life kind of unraveled.
Paul Daly. His life didn't unravel.
It didn't?
No, Paul Daly's still fighting in I think he's in Bellator now. He's been in Bellator for a long time. After that he went over to Strikeforce, I believe.
They said he tried 3 or 4 different ones.
He had one of the best fights ever with Nick Diaz, one of the best first rounds ever.
At Bellator?
Yeah. Paul Daly still has a fine career.
I mean, they don't make the money in Bellator that they make in UFC.
It depends on what level you are. See, that's the thing with Bellator is, unless you're a champion in the UFC's took away pretty much all opportunity for these fighters to make money. They used to, back in the day, be able to sell all the advertisements on their shorts. They could sell them on their little banner that they had behind them. They could wear certain shirts, all that shit. And those guys they're only making, those mid-level fighters are making $20,000 if they win, or $20,000 to show, $20,000 to win. So, they're maxing out at $40,000 something per fight, 40, 50, 60,000. Like, they're right around in that range. But those same guys could go out there and get $100,000 worth of advertisements put on them. All right.
Dana White said no to that.
And they stopped that a while ago. And now they all have to wear Reebok, and they get paid a certain amount. But now it's only like, you have to be in the fucking UFC for years and years. It's all based on the amount of fights you've had with the UFC, and even then, I think it maxes out at like 35,000.
Really?
Yeah. Now, where they used to be able to, the big dogs, your Anderson Silvas, your whatever, those guys are getting
McGregor's.
They're getting $400,000 or $500,000, to do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, they
cut down the money on the UFC. They cut down the money pretty big on that. All right. So you got that. you can still do that shit in Bellator. You can still do that shit in the other places. So you
Still
can get
sell
that
your
you
own
can get that
advertising.
advertisement money in those places. So you can make more money in those lower leagues, especially unless you're a big dog. If you're McGregor, you're probably not going to make as much money. You know, if you're
No, but you're
if
going to make
John
millions
Jones,
on the fight.
But those kind of guys, like Francis Ngannou, that's a big deal right now in the UFC. The champion, the heavyweight champion, is gone. Francis Ngannou, the baddest man in the world. He's not with the UFC anymore. He refused to re-sign. They finally let him go. His thing was he wanted to go out and have a boxing match with Tyson Fury. He wanted to, do different things like that where these guys can really cash in with that shit.
Oh yeah,
and
like
someone
McGregor and Floyd.
Yes, in the UFC, these guys, even the top dogs, your McGregors, your John Jones and stuff, they're making, they might do $20 million a fight. 25 million a fight, which is a ridiculous amount of money. But if they were in boxing, now they're doing 75 million, 100 million.
Yeah, boxing
so
pays much
it's just
more.
a whole different thing. And someone like Francis Ngannou, who wants to have a heavyweight fight with Tyson Fury, which would do massive fucking numbers, and they would
Fury would kill him.
Yeah, of course. And they would make a ridiculous amount of money. He can't do that with the UFC. So that's why he wanted out. Basically,
he wants to make the big
and he
dollars
got it,
now.
and he'll be able to make the money. So you can make big money as a fighter outside of the UFC. Paul Daly's career was fine. He probably made more money at Bellator and all that shit than he would have at the UFC at his level, because that's not a guy that's ever really going to be a champion. He was a super exciting fighter. He's all punch, he's fun to watch, but that's not a champion fighter. You might get a championship shot, which I believe he did, and he lost. I forget who he lost to, but either way, Paul Daly, he's fine.
How many years ago did that happen? Because they were just talking about it
long time ago.
on some old UFC fight, saying that Paul Daly got banned and he hopped around from whether I guess someone was just talking out his ass.
I don't think he really hopped. He went to Strikeforce, but then Strikeforce ended, so that wasn't really his fault. But he stayed with the same guy that had Strikeforce made Bellator. So he's been with the same promoter for a long time.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, so really he hasn't bounced around. And maybe he went over and fought in Japan a couple times, but those guys in those contracts are allowed doing that to make extra money.
It seems like Dana White definitely didn't like him because
Dana White's an asshole.
But people have done so much worse in the UFC, and he didn't fucking ban him forever. This was an after the fight cheap shot, but it didn't really land.
I think it's more that he really liked Koscheck. Koscheck was one of those original Ultimate Fighters, and he loved all those dudes.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably more about
Forrest
that.
Griffin and all those guys.
And Paul Daly was the kind of guy that talked shit, and he would point out that their contracts are bullshit. He was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And you knew he was never going to be a champion. So it's easy to get rid of someone like that.
Yeah.
But Daly ended up fine. There's a couple guys that did that. Paul Harris, he got kicked out of the UFC because he wouldn't stop letting go of submission holds. After the fight, he'd hold on to and he'd do knee bars, which would fuck people's careers up and shit. And he's holding on to knee bars extra long. He's a psycho. And then he got kicked out of UFC and then did it with other organizations. It got to the point where no one wanted to fight him because he was
Hey, I'll tap out. You ain't gonna break my legs.
Yeah, exactly. And he was his knee bar was one of the nastiest. I mean, he was known for ending careers, or not just fights that way, but if he holds onto it, he could end your career. And he was so fucking good at it, but he was a psychopath and wouldn't let go.
So everyone kicked him out.
Well, yeah, he got kicked out of a few leagues, and then people just wouldn't fight him because what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, why would I fight that guy? But I think I don't know, he's old at this point, so I don't know if he's still fighting with anyone. But
you see those
crazy.
those UFC referees. I mean, they'll fucking jump on you. They'll grab you around the throat.
Well, a lot of them are fighters.
Yeah,
most of them are, or at least trained.
Herb Dean. I mean, I saw Herb Dean during this fucking knockout thing. This guy went down. Herb Dean usually literally tackled this guy, put him in a fucking chokehold. Get the fuck off him. You know
have
what I mean?
to sometimes.
Yeah,
that's why when you see the girl referee, you're like, what if the shit really goes down?
Yeah,
good luck.
Well, they probably got 2 or 3 guys.
Fair enough, but still, good luck.
But I mean, Herb Dean and that what's a big, huge white dude that does a lot of the big
McCarthy,
yeah, right?
Big John.
Yeah, he jumps on.
Now, Big
too.
John, I don't know, he did train, but he was the original UFC guy, the original referee.
Yeah,
and he was LAPD. That's what he was for years. He did both for a long time because you didn't really pay a lot of money, obviously, at the very beginning, the ref UFC fights. But he's like
pretty much Herb Dean's the premier guy, right?
Nowadays, he's the one everybody knows. There's a few of them. Honestly, I'm not into the UFC as much as I used to, so I don't pay it as much attention.
Well, it seems like every big fight is Herb Dean in there.
Herb Dean's the best.
Yeah.
He's fucked up before, but how could you not? That shit's so split section decisions.
It is.
All right, you got to name your price this week?
I got to name your price, yes.
Well, let's get ahead and do that and get a
Yeah,
fuck
it's about
you.
that time, and then we'll
and
fucking tell everybody else to fuck off.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget your death pools. Get them in.
Get them in, man. We only have next week we are going full death.
sick
This show will
bastards.
not be what it normally is, guys. So
It's the show for the macabre.
if you're tuning in to watch our assholes of the week and stuff, it's not for you. This is going to be a dark show.
Dark.
Name your prize.
All right, name your price. This one's directed. I directed this one at you.
Well, good, because I'm the only one here.
Yeah, well, we've hit on it before in a lot of episodes a long time ago with Would You Rathers, but I want to know what it would cost because you're kind of a money guy. You like money. Everybody likes money.
People not like money?
Yeah. No, there's people out there that don't value it very much, like us. But all right.
I don't know if I value it. I spent $19 at Arby's.
All right. You've got full sleeves on both arms.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any back pieces, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, you're going to get a back piece. It's like you were in prison. You're going to get a big white power. You're going to get some fucking swastikas.
Oh, good for me.
You're going to get all the prison racist, like you were a fucking Aryan Brotherhood tattoo. Okay. Now, obviously, you're not racist.
It's true.
Your family's biracial. You're one of the least racist people I know. But name your price. I mean, your shirt's on most of the time. I mean, your wife is going to be cool with it if you get enough money.
Yeah, the wife wouldn't care, I don't think. I mean, she'd care, but once they hit the certain dollar amount, she wouldn't care.
But, we're doing this to not be ridiculous about it. An entire back piece of fucking swastikas. And,
Yeah, but you almost got to have a kind of a
SSs.
ridiculous price for that because there's a lot that could go into that. Now, granted, like you said, my shirt's not off much. I'm the guy with the shirt on at the swimming pool.
but it's only off at home.
Yeah, and even then, not really around anyone that would see besides my wife.
Right.
But things could happen. All right. I've been known to have a few drinks, maybe drive. All right, I could go to jail. I've been known to have a couple things of drugs in my car. I could go to jail.
Yeah.
I carry my gun around with me every once in a while.
If you went to jail with
I
those
could be in
tats,
jail.
you'd be right in the gang, man. They'd
All
let
right.
you right in.
I definitely do illegal things, so I could go to jail. I get my shirt off in jail. You don't got much of a choice. You got to take your shirt off in jail every once in a while. And people are going to see that, and I could get murdered. All right?
You could also be grabbed by the white gang and say, dude, we got your back.
But then I got to be a fucking Nazi. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be a Nazi. That's not my
But
thing.
you really...
I don't want to hang out with those people. We've already
You're
pointed out
deciding
they're
a price
retarded.
based on the fact that you might go to jail
But you
someday?
got to consider everything when you do these.
All right.
All right? I take these very serious, man. You got to make all considerations. I owe $145,000 on this house. Give me that.
$145,000.
Yeah.
So pay off your house and you would do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
I think that's fair.
For
me.
I was thinking you were going to go a lot higher. So, I mean, I respect that
And I
number.
kind of wanted to go a lot higher, but I knew you would point out that that's too much. And maybe you're right. That's a lot of money. And I'm asking so much for the off chance that I go to jail.
Go to jail.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like everybody else, like friends, family, I can explain that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
this house is paid off.
Yeah, exactly. All right. That's an extra whatever I pay a mortgage each month that I get to bring home because I got a fucking shitty tattoo on my back that no one's ever going to see. So yeah, I could do it then.
Okay. 140.
What's your 1,000 or what's your amount? $16.
No.
Pick up his Penn Station bill. You got it.
Well, see, the thing about it is, they say that when you get a tattoo, you should get something that in some way is significant to you. Don't just get this or don't just get that. And every tattoo on me either means something or I lost a bet to get it.
I was going to say, you got a dick on you.
Yeah, I won't for long. But,
And how much does Bart Simpson mean to you, buddy?
it means a lot to me.
What?
Because it was right after my first divorce, and I was like...
And you were like, eat my shorts.
I was in this rebellious thing. And at that time, you didn't walk up to an artist and say, let's design a tattoo. You picked one out of the book.
No, I think you could then, too. It just
Yeah,
was less. I get what you're saying.
You walked in, they were all over. Hey, I want this one. You know what I mean? So I got that one. But I think
I got a few book tattoos.
my price would be $100. My price would be $100,000. I wouldn't go under it, and I wouldn't ask for a crazy amount. The thing about it is, even though like I do keto all the time and I'm losing weight, I still ain't going to take my shirt off in too many fucking places. I'm not going to be the guy at the Reds game taking his shirt off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I am sexually active. What would a girl think if she sees all this racist shit on my fucking back?
Yeah, you ain't getting many strangers.
No.
I mean, you might be able to explain this out the butt eater or the cucks or, a couple of your regs. But good luck picking someone up at the bar. And if so, you're fucking with your shirt on.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Or my only option would be...
I do most of my fucking with my shirt on, so I know.
Or my option would be to only hit on fucking Trumper girls who deep down fucking believe
That's
that shit.
true. You go into the right county. You're now a pickup.
Oh, yeah.
Now you want to walk into the bar with your shirt off.
Yeah, but I don't want to fuck people like that. Well, maybe I do.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if you're just going on looks, there's going to be some pretty girls that are in the
Well, of course there are. But yeah, it's not like we actually talk politics when I'm fucking. But I'm going to go with $100,000 because I think 100 is a nice round number.
What do you think about the Federal Reserve?
$100,000, would do a lot, And I was, I'm not going to say $1 million or anything. It's like you. No, not many people are going to see it.
Yeah.
No, but at some point, I'll have to explain to my children.
If I'm an in-shape guy, I'm asking for over $1 million. You know what I mean?
You're taking your shirt off.
Yeah, because I'm taking my shirt off. Or just, if I'm in shape, I'm taking my shirt off anyway. So everybody see I'm in shape. In fact, I don't know why in shape people don't have their shirt off more. I feel like if I put the effort in, the staying in shape, lifting weights, running around, doing whatever, I don't think I'd have a shirt on much.
Driving down the road.
Yeah, just why would I have a shirt? It's the same thing if I had a giant dick. Everyone would see it. Constantly.
Yeah, I'm going 100. Jason's going 140.
145, 142.
What's your number?
What's your number?
How
much you got left on your mortgage?
I know some people that, you say, hey, you got to get tattoos of swastikas and shit on your back. They say, what's it going to cost me? We got some people buying into that. But
$50, deal.
Yeah, $100,000's my number. 145 is his. Let's get to a fuck you and get the hell out of here.
Fuck you.
My fuck you goes to Duke Energy. I just had a ridiculously high fucking electric bill.
I told you how mine is, and it's more.
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah, fucking sucks.
But see, when you live in an apartment, you're used to it being between this and this.
Yeah, I get you.
And all of a sudden, it's this.
Well, if you're living in a house, you're expecting this and this, and it's higher, but it's... mine went up $150 in a month.
Mine went from $74 last month to $168 this month.
Mine went from...
It more than doubled because I ran the heat. Heat's the cheap part. You go to half the apartments, they'll give you free heat. You pay for the AC. $168 to live in a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Duke Energy. You ain't going to tell me that it's because of costs or whatever.
Mine was $350.
Oh, my God. In Arizona, in the summer, you'll pay $500 a month.
Because air conditioning, yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense. You got to run the shit out of it. There's a couple things I can do to make my heat cost lower. I need to replace my doggy door. It's a little fucked up and shit like that. I run this heater in this garage nonstop. So I could probably lower it $75. But even then, that's a lot of fucking money.
Crazy.
What the fuck?
And when I see fucking Duke Energy people driving around, even though they're just a repairman,
you flick them off.
I want to flip them off.
Yeah, fuck
you. I'm paying $168 this month for fucking heating up my little apartment. Fuck off.
I always wonder how they take. I guess I've never been in the
They're
situation.
paying it too.
I've never been in the situation to care about my
feelings?
company. I mean, like when I was talking to the Ticketmaster thing, eventually I stopped even making an argument and I just tell them how do you feel working for a company that's just this horrible? Like just wondering, do you have any emotion about the fact that,
I'm sorry,
that
sir.
you're part of this? You know, indirectly, I get it. You're not the one that makes the rules, but you decided to work here. And that we're all getting fucked over constantly.
Every day, fucking in the
ass.
Because
personally, I'm not working for Ticketmaster. I work for a casino. I feel like we don't fuck people. I feel like you should know walking in exactly what it is. Our business is completely based off math.
Yeah.
100%. If you don't understand that, that's on you. All right. But walking into a casino that nothing is in your favor and you're probably going to lose. All right. That's just the way casinos work. When I go to Ticketmaster or if I deal with Duke, I don't expect to be fucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? I expect to be fucked in our business. That's what it is. But, and those kind of things, I don't know. I don't know how you can live with yourself working
And how
for a
about a
shitty
fucking
company
warning?
like that.
Hey, next month it's going to be higher. I didn't get any such warning. I just went from this to fucking this.
Yeah.
So I literally fucking opened up my email, looked at the fucking bill, and I went, Fuck you. No choice but to fucking pay it.
All right. Well, my fuck you is Keyshawn.
Keyshawn.
Fuck you, Keyshawn. You know, I went into yesterday with my bets. I make them when I go home, and I don't take many people's advice. I try to stay away from it. I'm doing pretty well myself. It's the 19th, and up until yesterday, I only had 2 losing days the whole month. Well, I had a losing day yesterday, and it was because Keyshawn came up to me and told me Luka and Trae Young for 60 points pays even money or whatever it was, and that's a guarantee. Now, Keyshawn watches a hell of a lot more basketball than I do.
Luka's the guarantee.
So
Trae Young ain't.
I just went with it. I'm like, all right, we'll go with it. On Keyshawn's thing, I put more than I normally put, and it went from me, I would have broke even yesterday or won $5 or some stupid, ridiculous shit, to losing. And now it's my 3rd losing day, and it's all fucking Keyshawn's fault. Fuck you, Keyshawn.
Trae Young's good, but you can't count on him for 30 like you can Luka.
Well, it was combined. But
what I'm saying is Luka gets his 30, you need Trae Young to get his 30.
I thought 60 combined, so I'm thinking Luka gets 35-40, and then Trae Young gets 20-25, and that should be good. Trae Young ended up getting right around 20. Luka got 30, 32, I think, or something like that. I was like 8 short. But either way, fuck you, Keyshawn, because I would have never took that bet. I didn't even know the bet existed, all right? I didn't know the boost was there. He told me, I took it, I lost. Don't listen to people, guys.
Nate told me about that bet, and I looked into it. I couldn't find it on my thing, so I didn't do it. I was going to, because it sounded good to me.
Take that bet and then combine it with the Milwaukee Brewers to win the fucking Super Bowl. That plays plus 3 million.
World Series?
No, Super Bowl, because there's no shot, and that's the way that he likes bets.
Yeah, Nate loves those.
Hey, $5 get you 349,000. Cool, bud. Good luck.
That's it.
All right. I hope everybody hits it rich, though.
Yeah, I'm going to probably hit the Powerball.
Besides you, Keyshawn, I hope you lose everything, you fucking cunt.
And you, Trae Young.
Just kidding. I like you. All right. Until next week, guys. Try not to fall down a well.
Hey, and if you're one of the trip people, start paying me. I want to book the cabin.
Yeah, he wants money. All right, see ya.
Begging ass motherfucker.
You can kindly fuck off now.
Yeah,
Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now. Subscribe and share.